and the Milwaukee Brewers. Two-city road trip for the Pirates. They dropped 2 of 3 to the Cardinals. Now they continue to play, or try to anyway, the role of spoiler. The Brewers are 3 up on the Cardinals for the top wild card spot, and Milwaukee just a game and a half back of the Cubs in the National League Central Division. Greg Brown, John Wayner, and Robbie and Smikowski with you. Well, the Pirates and Brewers meet 6 times in the next 9 ball games, and John, the Pirates have won 9 of the 13 meetings so far against Milwaukee. What do you think the key's been?
Well, I think they just played well. The 5-game sweep in Pittsburgh was obviously huge. That was part of the 11-game winning streak for the Pirates. But you look at the stats here. They've outscored them by 2 per game. They've out-hit them. They outslugged them. The bullpen was better. The starters were better. Head-to-head, the Pirates had just outplayed the Brewers, which has been a bit odd because of the recent history against them, especially here.
One guy that will not be in the lineup, not only tonight, but the rest of the season, or for that matter, early next year, and hit .366 against the Brewers this year. Allegheny Health Network injury update. Gregory Polanco lost for the year and early next season.
What a terrible injury. The slide didn't look that bad. You thought maybe he banged up his knee, but that shoulder, his throwing arm, you know, it's going to take a while to come back, obviously. Gregory Polanco became the Pirates' best player this year after a slow start. He'll be sorely missed.
Well, tonight the Pirates will send Chris Archer to the mound. He makes his 8th start since being acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays. Lefty Gio Gonzalez will make his 2nd start for the Brewers since he was picked up by from the Washington Nationals. Bucks and Brewers coming up. For the first of this 3-game series between the Buccos and the Brew Crew and Chris Archer. His best start as a Pirate came last Friday against the Marlins at PNC Park. He was pitching a 2-hit shutout into the 6th inning, but 2 men got on with 2 outs, and he gave up a 3-run homer to former Brewers prospect Lewis Brinson.
Yeah, his last couple of starts good. You see, the last start against these Brewers wasn't good. 6 earned runs, 4 innings. But for the month of September, opponents hitting just 171 against him in his 2 starts with an even 3 ERA.
So Chris Archer getting the start for the Pirates, and the man who was acquired at the end of August Veteran lefty Gio Gonzalez makes just his second start as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers.
And he pitched well in his first start as a Brewer against the San Francisco Giant team that isn't very good. So hard to say exactly how well he pitched. He only gave up 3 hits and 5 2/3 against a bunch of backups and call-ups. But this guy's been around a long time, 125 career wins.
He is on the mound for the Brewers, and he'll be opposed by Chris Archer. We'll have the first pitch coming up momentarily. First, back to the studios and a game break with Rob King.
Let it go, take forever to let myself show. I'm the one at the window at night, burning up the sky, shining so bright. Wasting time, I counted my days by the sun, but now I found my way. I'm electric, I'm alive like tonight. Power line, when the lights go down. Power line, push me off the ground. Look at the lights, you should see me now. Sending it flying through the wire, and I love the sound. Power line, power line. Sending it flying through the wire, and I love the sound.
Spinning Jenny, our featured artist on Friday Night Rocks and Friday Night Rocks on AT&T Sportsnet, presented by Iron City Beer. Pittsburgh is built with iron. Broncos and Brewers been playing a bunch lately. Last road trip, Pirates were here and right back at it. And as always, plenty of Pirate fans making the trip to Milwaukee. Pirates trying to play role of spoiler. Check out the RAV4 starting lineup. Pablo Reyes will lead off and start in left field. Starling Marte, last dozen games here in Milwaukee, hitting .348 against the Brewers. Jordan Luplow, another start in right. Francisco Cervelli returns to the cleanup role. Josh Bell will be batting right-handed at the start and has a 5-game hitting streak. Jose Osuna, his second start at third base in the big leagues. Then Josh Harrison and Jordy Mercer return to the starting lineup with Chris Archer on the mound.
So all right-handed batters for the left-handed throwing Gio Gonzalez, 8-11, a 4.40 ERA. Opponents hit .268 against him. Gonzalez doesn't throw very hard. He averages under 90 miles per hour with his fastball. Also mixing a curveball and a changeup. And the curveball and changeup have given him trouble. They've been hitting them.
Here's the Honda defense behind him with Ryan Braun, Lorenzo Cain, Christian Yelich in the outfield, left to right. Mike Moustakas, Jonathan Scope on the left side, Travis Shaw, Jesus Aguilar on the right side, and Manny Pena catches, throwing out runners at a better than 42% clip. Pablo Reyes takes the strike. Reaches out, pop up, and into left center field for a base hit. Pablo Reyes gets up there and swings that shillelagh.
Yes, he does. As Jeff Branson, the hitting coach, would say, with bad intentions. He lets it fly.
Now 5 for 13 in his brief stint in the big leagues.
The change-up is out in front of it, which was a good thing. He's out in front of it, hits it off the end of the bat. It doesn't travel as far, and so center fielder Lorenzo Cain can't make a play. So a leadoff batter is on.
Starling Marte, a .300 career hitter against Gonzalez. And a fly ball toward right. And into right center goes Yelich for the first out. Mr. Yelich, outstanding offense, defense. I can't hear anything out there. It's so loud talking to Lorenzo Cain. He's also been outstanding. These Milwaukee Brewers start today just a game and a half back of the Chicago Cubs in the Central. Mike Moustakas, a pickup at the deadline, starting at third base. Jonathan Scope, the former second baseman of the Orioles, starting at short. Greg Counsell has his club rolling. And now Jordan Luplow, who was 3 for 4 on Wednesday. And is hitting .233. Major leagues this season, 6 out of 14 since he was recalled earlier this month. Opponents don't try to steal much with Gonzalez on the hill. When they do, better than average shot, they're going to get caught stealing, and with that combination we showed you with Manny Pena, not a good scenario for opponents. 0-2 now on Luplow.
And you can see Luplow frustrated that he couldn't do something with that pitch. 88 up and out over the plate.
Pirates just dropped 2 of 3 to the Cardinals. They won the finale of that series on Wednesday. Off day here in Milwaukee yesterday. And it will be interesting with Gonzalez on the mound to see what this veteran does against some of the younger players. He's already given up the hit to Reyes. Luplow, first taste of the big leagues last year. John mentioned that Gonzalez pitched well in his Brewers debut, but against a very young and inexperienced San Francisco Giants lineup 6 days ago here at Miller Park. His 11th career start against the Bucks, second this season. He pitched at PNC Park as a member of the Washington Nationals July the 11th, and the Pirates beat him. So an inexperienced big leaguer in Luplow chases. So the Pirates looking to score a bunch of runs in this series because it's you score as the Bucks score promotion. As part of Fan Appreciation Week that begins Monday against the Kansas City Royals at PNC Park. For each run the Pirates score against the Brewers, you score $1 off tickets to any game during Fan Appreciation Week starting on Monday. More runs, more savings. Tickets on sale Monday starting at 10 a.m. at pirates.com/uscore. And available in most seating categories. 3 with the Royals starting on Monday, and then these Brewers will finish up the home schedule starting 1 week from tonight as Cervelli looks for his first career hit against Gio Gonzalez. 0 for 12 lifetime. And talking to himself.
You know, he almost takes the first pitch of every game. It amazes me because when he does that, he gets a lot of good pitches that he's taking. That's the first time in forever I remember him going up there swinging, and sure enough, it's a pitch that's out of the strike zone.
That's why I guess he's talking to himself. Why did I do that? Already an appeal to the first base umpire, and Francisco Cervelli is laughing that Nick Lentz would even ask Trip Gibson for help. One ball, one strike. Pena looks toward his dugout. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Another check. 2-1 on Cervelli. Nick Lentz is calling the balls and strikes with Trip Gibson at first, Adrian Johnson at second. The crew chief is over at third base, Brian Gorman. Even now. Chris Archer waiting his turn. Two pitchers who were with different clubs at the start of the year. Archer with Tampa Bay. Gio Gonzalez spent parts of 7 years with the Washington Nationals. Will turn 33 years old this coming Wednesday. And again, Cervelli. Twisting and turning everything but the wrists.
Appears that maybe hitters having a little hard time picking the ball up from Gonzalez. So we've seen some swings and misses and some check swings on some pitches that are well out of the zone.
Just letting Reyes know not automatically going to go to the plate. 3-2 count. He'll be off once the pitch is delivered. And he walked him. Gio Gonzalez, who lost 9 of his last 10 decisions with the Nationals before the trade, has now walked 70 batters. All the year, 140 strikeouts for him. Josh Bell, 5-game hitting streak.
Bell, 58 RBIs. Done a good job with runners in scoring positions, hit over 300 in these situations.
And so important. Bell driving in runs. The Pirates are 30-9 when he picks up at least one ribby in a ball game. 6 for 12 in that series in St. Louis.
I was looking around like he thought that was on the plate.
Hard to believe he thought that was a strike.
It's not even close. Ball's crossing over the batter's box line.
2-1 count on Josh Bell. Pirates tried to strike first. Gio Gonzalez was acquired August 31st for a couple of minor leaguers. Another check swing, and again a frustrated Gio Gonzalez.
The ball's on the plate, but the ball's down. Definitely a check swing from Bell. And this is kind of typical with Gonzalez. He throws a lot of pitches per inning. As he comes right at Josh Bell with the 3-1 fastball at 91.
Struck him out looking. Pirates leave a couple. Chris Archer takes the hill. Some of the fireworks being set off between innings. The roof open here at Miller Park. Here is the Brewers lineup. Lorenzo Cain, second in the National League with that on-base percentage of .403. Christian Yelich is up there in a bunch of offensive categories. Then it's Jesus Aguilar and Travis Shaw. Ryan Braun is in left. Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Jonathan Scope. Manny Pena catches. Gio Gonzalez.
And Chris Archer. 4-7, 456. The earned run average is 25th start. 137 strikeouts and 130 in the third.
Francisco Cervelli catches Chris Archer. Cain second in the league in hitting, third in steals. Two balls and a strike on the 32-year-old. Signed as a free agent, a 5-year contract this winter, and it's worked out well for the Brewers.
Just looking at his numbers, .314 average and 10 home runs. And you see 36 RBIs. I know he bats leadoff. So you look at what he does with runners in scoring position, and you're shocked to see 349.
Yeah. Takes the big, aggressive cuts. Cain, who's hitting .500 in his career against Archer, 8 for 16. Putting a triple back on August the 26th when Archer pitched here with the Pirates. Bucks lost that game 7-4. Archer went 4, gave up 6 runs. It was a big 6-run third inning against him. Check swing. Full count on Cain.
Take a look. Not much there.
Just gets a piece of it. Third game that Archer has pitched exclusively from the stretch. Decided in a bullpen session a few weeks ago to give that a shot. Line. And Josh Bell must not have seen that ball off the bat. It was hit hard, but his movement was very late. As it approached the right side of the infield, you thought, okay, Bell's going to just reach out and glove it, but he must not have seen it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just on his backhand. And I will say this ballpark is, in the daytime, is definitely one of the most difficult places to see the ball with the shadows and all. I'm looking down the background of where Josh Bell would be looking behind the hitting area. There are some white shirts in the front row. Maybe he didn't see that ball off the bat.
Now Cain, 27 steals, third in the league. And time for our Indeed player resume. Christian Yelich, 6th season in the big leagues, 26-year-old, putting up perhaps his best season. Career high in batting average, OPS, homers with 28, also 1 run and 12 ribbies short of new career highs in those categories. Yelich last year with the Marlins, 18 homers, drove an 81 2 years ago, 98 RBI season, and 21 home runs. Cervelli the snap throw, and well, that could be dangerous if Bell and any first baseman is having a little bit of trouble picking up the ball.
Yeah, Cain not very far off. That ball, boy, that hit him.
His leg stopped it.
Yeah,
wow.
That ball's in right field if his leg doesn't get in the way.
The Pirates might think twice about doing that anytime soon. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Christian Yelich, 99 runs scored, third most in the league. Top 10 in on base and slugging. Close. Count even. Chris Archer, his third career start against these Brewers. Also pitched against them last year in August down in St. Petersburg at Tropicana Field and beat Jimmy Nelson. Gave up a run in 6 innings.
Boy, just coming right at Yelich. And Archer with that good slider. That whole throw in any count. We've seen that already in the brief time he's been with the Pirates. But against one of the favorites for the MVP race, Yelich challenged right down the middle with that 2-2 fastball. All fastballs the first 5.
Yelich leads his team with 126 strikeouts. And a nice pick there by Cervelli. An extended at bat by Kane, and now 3-2 on Yelich.
Yeah, had to pick it clean.
Towards center. And Christian Yelich has homered.
Something that's the slider, hung a slider. You know, maybe that's why they were attacking with fastballs. He wasn't able to get to the fastball, but he throws a slider middle of the plate, and Yelich was right on time with that. 104.1 miles per hour.
Statcast AI powered by AWS. Jesus Aguilar tied for 8th in the league with 31 homers. Yelich just cracked his 29th home run of the season. And Cervelli going to talk to Archer, who seems a bit out of sorts here. Trying to calm him down. Archer very energetic. Giving him a good talking to here. Wow.
Yeah, you don't see Francisco get that animated.
No.
When he goes out to the mound.
Talk there.
Yeah.
Aguilar's 97 RBIs, ranked 5th in the National League. A home run by Yelich. The 17th allowed by Chris Archer on the year, combined with the Pirates and the Rays. Quite a player, Christian Yelich.
Yeah, I'd say.
To center, and in comes Marte. The first out.
Number 21, second baseman, Travis Shaw.
Travis Shaw. Playing second base when they acquired Mike Moustakas. The infield got pretty crowded, and even more so when they acquired Jonathan Scope. But they felt that Shaw could handle second base, even though he had never played that position in the big leagues.
He's definitely smooth. I mean, at third base, real good hands, real good feet. And Moustakas, for a bigger guy, a very good defensive third baseman as well.
Shaw makes his 25th start at second base tonight. Tries one deep to right. Another homer. 3-0. His 29th.
This may have been a changeup. Yeah, 88 miles per hour on the outside corner, but up. And he's able to stay back just long enough and hook it out of here.
Now Ryan Braun. Travis Shaw. It's his 29th of the year. A tough play here from Mercer, but he handles it.
That's the one thing where you talked about Shaw playing second and Scope playing short. I mean, this is a very, very dangerous lineup, you know, and they may have a miscue here and there, but Greg Counsell feels that this team will drive in more than they let in, and there's no soft spots in this lineup.
That's the bottom line, and figured that we'll figure it out later. We'll just acquire some big bats. Yelich over the winter, and Kane. Of course, those are outstanding glove men. Then acquiring guys like Mike Moustakas, Jonathan Scope. Moustakas, 5 home runs as a Brewer, 25 overall. He turned 30 years old on Tuesday. Traded over toward the end of July for Brett Phillips and a minor leaguer. Brett Phillips, the outfielder. Moustakas, who was a first-round pick of the Royals 11 years ago and spent parts of 8 seasons with Kansas City. Just showing those frustrations. And the strikeout ends the bottom of the first, but very productive. Christian Yelich and Travis Shaw hit home runs off Archer. 3-0 Brewers.
Firm of Bordas and Bordas. Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
Travis Shaw homered his 29th. Made it a 3-0 ball game. Christian Yelich hit a 2-run homer. So Gio Gonzalez has the early lead. Yelich hit his 29th. Now Jose Osuna. He's getting the start at third base in this ball game. Second major league start at that position. And Gonzalez falls behind him 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk after the Brewers scored him 3 runs. In the next inning, he walks a guy on 4 pitches. Between innings, Francisco Cervelli trying to keep it light. Ray Searage is there with Chris Archer. Josh Harrison started on Monday. This is his 3rd start this month. .467 career average against Gio Gonzalez. And we'll reach the seats. To the count on Jay Hay. Just 4 hits and 28 at-bats this season against Brewers pitching. It's a .143 batting average. This is essentially his 5th start in a month. It's he first experienced the hamstring issues, and then when the Pirates decided that they were, for all intents and purposes, out of any possibility of a postseason run, started playing Adam Frazier at second. We've seen Kevin Kramer start a couple games there.
Dance after taking that ball off the lower body. First curveball we've seen from Gonzalez. And on the inside of that left leg. Looks like he had a pad there.
Third K for Gonzalez. 4-pitch walk to Osuna, then comes back and strikes out Harrison.
Yep. Good breaking ball, another curveball. Bottom of the zone. Just disappearing under the bat of Jay. He'll be a bit out in front and over top.
Look on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Here's Jordy Mercer, his 5th start this month of September. 4 for 9 in his career against Gio Gonzalez.
Two veteran pitchers early on. They're not showing great command.
Kevin Newman has gotten most of the starts at shortstop this month. Who knows what Jordy Mercer's future, Certainly he will test the free agent market, but could wind up back with the Pirates, perhaps. Kevin Kramer on your left. Frazier not starting tonight against the lefty Gio Gonzalez, though of course Adam Frazier hits lefties about as well as righties. Hit well toward right center field. Lorenzo Cain is over. He approaches the wall. Oh, and Cain just robbed Mercer of a home run.
Tell you what, there's times that we've seen Lorenzo Cain kind of make balls look like they're going to leave the ballpark, and he kind of Cadillacs it back there. But this one, he goes back, he finds the wall, he times his jump perfectly. Covering a lot of ground, and boy,
close. Don't know what that would have left the yard, but sure was close. Bottom line, tremendous catch. Gio Gonzalez. You know a pitcher's going to love that. Salute to his center fielder, and right back at you. Stabbed by Gonzalez. Leadoff walk. Osuna stranded. Cain robs Mercer of a possible homer. Pirates trail 3-zip. He's looking at an extra base hit. Tonight's AARP take on Jonathan Scope against Chris Archer. 36 career at-bats, 14 hits, batting average of .389, .944 OPS. Scope also has 6 home runs off Archer, 3 of which were earlier this season when he was with the Orioles and Archer was with the Rays. Jonathan Scope hitting 7th in the batting order. Archer gave up 3 first-inning hits. One was a bit tainted, that line drive by Lorenzo Cain at the start. Josh Bell obviously didn't see it. Otherwise would have just made one step and backhanded the ball, so that went as a hit. And then Yelich homered, and with 1 out, Shaw went deep. Schoop has hit 4 home runs since joining the Milwaukee Brewers.
So in the year, Chris Archer has allowed 18 home runs. How many of those home runs do you think were hit off the fastball?
The 18, I'm going to say, because you asked that question, fewer than we would have expected, so 5.
Wow, you're really good. It's 5. Huh? Yeah, 5 off the fastball, 11 off the slider. That's what Yelich hit out, the slider, and now 2 off the changeup.
And this breaking ball fools Schoop. Second K for Archer.
Slider starts on that outside part, runs off. Schoop obviously didn't pick up the spin. I think that's what makes his slider so good when he's on and he's able to get ahead with the fastball. You know, his slider has good break to it. It looks like his fastball, and so hitters anticipating fastball, getting ready, trying to time up the fastball. They start their swing as if it's a fastball, and obviously the slider doesn't get there as quickly, and it breaks away from the right-handed batter.
That's ripped to right center by Pena. A heck of a job by Marte. It's a double, but that was pretty sensational. A 1-out double by Manny Pena.
That was incredible, actually, to make that even look close. That was a fastball right where Francisco set up. And Pena with a nice approach, hitting it the other way. And Marte calls Lupolo off of it and turns and throws a bullet right on the money.
Impressive, but a double nonetheless for Manny Pena. Now the pitcher Gio Gonzalez. Four hard hit balls off Archer. First 8 men he's faced. Gonzalez has 3 hits and 46 at bats on the year for that .065 batting average. He has 3 homers in his career.
You know, most times they don't ask the pitcher to bunt with a runner on second, 1 out, figuring a base hit's going to score him anyhow. When you're not very good with a bat in your hand, why not?
Yep. You got a guy on deck who can run and gets his. In fact, I think he leads the league in infield hits, Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah, would surprise me. And, a wild pitch.
Pirates have more than any other team in baseball in that department, so yeah, it would make a lot more sense when you look into that.
You make the defense make a play.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen.
Especially with all the numbers, all the sabermetrics, the analytics would show you that your chances are way better if you bunt the guy to third in this case. If you score that run. Here's tonight's Barrel Automotive League leaders stat, the National League batting leaders. Scooter Gennett of the Reds hitting .321 as we enter play today, and then it's Kane and Yelich, 2-3 in the batting race.
A couple of years ago, I think it was Marte, hit somewhere near 300 with runners in scoring position, but yet had a very low RBI count. And a lot of it has to do with infield hits. But like he has 29 hits with runners in scoring position, but only 21 RBIs in those situations.
Chopped. Could be a tough play. And Mercer handles it smoothly for the final out. It's a 3-0 Brewers lead through 2. Bucks Brew Crew and Point Park University tweets. Joe Musgrove tweeted this out. Want to wish Gregory Polanco a happy birthday, quick recovery. Miss not having you out here with us, bruh. Today is Polanco's 27th birthday. And John, Pirate fans, is sorry to hear about Polanco. Missed 7 to 9 months. Was really coming into his own, and that is true. Hope your surgery went well, and you're on the road to recovery. And Omar Moreno, happy birthday to my kid. Pablo Reyes, 25-year-old, singled to start this ball game. It's his 4th start, 2nd straight start in left. No denying that is a serious, serious blow to the Pirates. That news that Polanco, major surgery, a labrum tear, the dislocation, and going to be out 7 to 9 months. So Pirates now have to think about who plays right field next year.
Internal, external. At least for the first couple of months, you hope that everything goes as planned and he's back closer to the 7 than the 9, but no more than 9 as Reyes on again.
Leadoff walk, 3rd. Gonzalez, this was it, just a bizarre looking slide. That's the shame of it all. The hustling double, but this, the slide was just so peculiar and messes up the knee. and worse, the shoulder. Jordan Luplow going to get some starts out there in right. We've seen Adam Frazier make a couple. Marte flied out to Yelich. Out in right center onto the warning track his first time up. 2 hits and 14 at bats on the road trip.
And so obviously you look at a guy like Marte and you look for consistency. You look for a guy that has the potential to carry an offense. He could fill the shoes. I wonder if Jose Osuna get more opportunities.
Marte's season has been a bit like the Pirates offense and team as a whole. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, no doubt. And it seems that, like, when the team is hot, Marte's hot.
Yeah.
When the team is not, Marte's not.
Probably not a coincidence. Jeff Branson, the Pirates hitting coach. Marte 15 career homers against the Brewers. Most against any team. 8 have come in 43 games here at Miller Park. He's hit safely in 11 of his last 12 games played here in this yard. Reyes takes off and it's fouled off.
The more you're over there against the left-handed pitcher, the more comfortable you can get by knowing what kind of move he has. That looked like he went on first movement, which would tell you it wasn't a hit and run. Hard to hit and run against lefties, especially a guy like Gonzalez that isn't real slow to the plate.
Again, he's a 300 career hitter against Gonzalez. Gonzalez against the Pirates, 4-2 and 10 career starts, a 3.79 ERA against the Bucks. Tapped. Moustakas going to throw to second, and a wide throw and a play made over there by Shaw to get the out at second. Reyes going to hold on just in case they want to challenge it. And they will not.
Not a great throw. A nice play over there by Shaw. As it looked like the foot came off the bag and then he went back and with his heel kicked it.
Shaw the pick on the throw from Moustakas. Now here is Jordan Luplow. Luplow's going to turn 25 years old toward the end of the month. 3rd round pick of the Pirates out of Fresno State 4 years ago. This is his 3rd start in right field. 13th start overall with the Pirates this year for Luplow.
First at bat, he had some troubles with the fastball from Gonzalez, not picking it up.
.31 steals for Marte. A dozen times he's been caught. I mentioned that not many runners try to steal against Gonzalez. Remember, before the Pirates acquired Corey Dickerson, there was talk that left field would be occupied by Luplow and Adam Frazier. Pirates felt good about that combo. Maybe even Sean Rodriguez a little bit out left. And they acquired Dickerson in spring training. Line to right field. Jordan Luplow is going to have extra bases as it heads toward the corner. Joey Cora going to wave home Marte, and now Luplow going to continue into third base with a triple to make it a 3-1 ball game.
Well, had trouble with the fastball. His first at bat in the first two, he swung at here in the third inning, but this last fastball, 1 and 2 pitch, is up and out over the plate. Luplow makes an adjustment. He kind of shuts things down, nose stride, quick to the ball. Has it slice away from Yelich. So Marte's knowing it's down safe, so he could just open it up. No way he's going to be thrown out at the plate. And Luplow realizes, hey, 1 out, I can get the third.
Francisco Cervelli with the infield back. Pitch up. He's had good numbers all year long in these situations. Career high 51 RBIs. Still looking for that first career hit against Gonzalez. Walked in the first. And a fly ball. Going to be catch made by Kane. Runner third is going to tag and try and score. Strong throw, and he will be safe. Jordan Luplow. The head-first dive beats the Kane throw to Pena. Cervelli, the sacrifice fly, makes it 3-2.
You're definitely going to test the arm here, being that the catch is the second out. And Luplow gets a good jump off a third. Kane with a good throw, a good accurate throw. Right on the money. Trying to look to see here if this throw takes Pena away from home plate or if that's just where he's set up.
We talked about that before, John.
Yeah.
We saw it with Cervelli, or was it Diaz?
Cervelli.
Cervelli.
See, most
we've seen it with other catchers doing
almost
it,
all
though.
catchers. They don't straddle the plate. They go way out in front of home plate, which makes no sense.
Obviously, it's going to take more time for you to get that throw and dive back toward the plate. Here it is. Rather than straddle the plate. Actually, when you think about it, there's no reason he shouldn't be straddling the plate regardless of where that throw is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nobody on, just stand there. Pirates will take it though. Sacrifice fly for Cervelli. Strong throw from Kane. By the way, they appealed at third base, but Luplow did not leave early. The second time Bell goes down. looking in the first, swinging here in the third. Pirates get 2 against Gonzalez. Now down by 1. Cervelli sacrifice fly brought in Jordan Luplo, who tripled in a run. So you score as the Bucks score. Part of Fan Appreciation Week that starts on Monday at PNC Park. $2 off. So far, we'll keep counting up the runs and the dollars saved. Tickets go on sale Monday starting at 10 a.m. at pirates.com/uscore and available in most seating categories. Yelich hit the 2-run homer in the first off Archer. Brewers bullpen. Brewers watching the action. Ball, 2 strikes on Yelich.
Late on the fastball again. I found it a little curious that Archer, who gave up the home run to Yelich on the slider, and Yelich was unable to pull the trigger on some fastballs. Throws one here, he's way late. Way late again.
I mean, who knows? But it almost looked as though that was what we showed Cervelli in the dugout between innings after that first half. That it looked as though he was saying something about that fastball. Maybe to your point, like, you trust it.
Well, I don't know, because here leading off the 3rd inning, they went breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There it is. He's out. Wow.
Didn't get the call.
I mean, that's right there. The umpire's looking right over that inside corner.
Yeah.
It's on the corner. And obviously hearing about it from Francisco Cervelli.
The fastball. Not a good one.
Look at all the pitches in the zone.
Yeah.
I mean, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Cervelli went fastball away, no. Fastball in, no. Curveball, no. Fastball away, yes. And with the slider.
Oh. Got him. Little extra follow through on that slider from Archer, too. Number 4.
And this one going straight down. Late. Way out in front and on top of it. Missed that by a mile. Gotta love it when he gets ahead in the count too. I think the stuff is so good. He can elevate, move the fastball around. He gets tons of chases off the slider, and he's got pitches to waste here.
Center, sending Marte back. Aguilar flies out to Marte for the second time. We invite you to join fellow alumni of your school for a ball game and receive a Pirates cap in your university's colors when you buy the University Night ticket package. Friday night is Duquesne University night, and a week from Sunday, the final home game of the year is Slippery Rock night. Go to pirates.com/University Nights. Travis Shaw homered the 29th time this season in the first inning. Out of Kent State University, a 2011 9th round pick for the Red Sox. Last year drove in 101 runs. For the most part, the Pirates have kept him and really most of the lineup in check. I mean, we showed you at the top of the telecast the numbers why the Pirates have won 9 of the 13 meetings. Yelich and Shaw with first inning home runs off Archer. Braun on deck.
Afraid. You still got to anticipate fastball when you're in that 3-1 count, and he didn't get it.
Now I'm looking with that fastball. He has struck out 5, and a 1-2-3 third for Archer. Pirates trail by 1. shots from our Allegheny Health Network Supermo on a Friday night rocks from Milwaukee. Pirates Brewers, first of 3 and the first of 6 to be played over the next 9 games. So the Pirates are going to definitely be playing a role in determining a couple of teams' postseason aspirations, especially these Brewers. They'll play the Chicago Cubs the last road trip as Osuna bounces into that shift. Shaw over that left side of the infield. Second baseman fields it. These Brewers will host the Reds after this, then go to PNC Park next weekend. And they travel to St. Louis for 3, and they will finish up against the Tigers interleague play here, 3-game series. The Cubs are playing the Reds tonight, and the Reds lead that 2-0 after 4. Cubs then go to Phoenix, take on the Diamondbacks. They have a 3-game interleague series with the White Sox, 4 with the Pirates, and 3 with the Cardinals. Cardinals trail the Dodgers 1-0, first of 4, the second game of that 4-game series. LA leading that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Harrison. Dodgers won last night 9-7.
Not giving Gahey any fastballs to hit. Curveball, couple of changes.
Second time he has struck out Josh Harrison. Here are the standings in the National League Central. Again, the Brewers are 3 up on the Cardinals for home field advantage in the wild card, but they would certainly love to win the National League Central. Pirate fans know all too well about that wild card game. They played in 3 straight. Ball and 1 strike, and the Brewers trying to return to the postseason for the first time since 2011. They won the National League Central Division that year. A couple of strikes on Mercer. Goes to left field this time. And Braun. And the Pirates are retired in order.
Wheel drive RAV fourth inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Brewers with 3 in the first. Pirates answer with 2 in the third on our UPMC scoreboard. Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Ryan Braun to lead things off against Chris Archer, who has struck out 5. Archer's 8th start as a member of the Pirates, traded over deadline deal July 31st. Austin Meadows, Tyler Glass, now Shane Boz. So far for Archer, he knows he's been disappointed. His outings to this point was much better his last time. But here he gives up 3 first-inning runs and definitely wants to shut it down the rest of the way. As long as he's out there, give the Pirates a shot. Braun bounced to short in the first.
That's the one I always wonder if it's purpose, if he means to throw that slider up for a strike. He gets a lot of those.
Yeah. That's cracked to center. Marte back. Line drive loud out for Braun. Mentioned Fan Appreciation Week starts Monday night against the Royals. Pirates offering complimentary tickets to a variety of special groups: teachers, youth baseball players, military members, first responders, nurses, and more. For information or to pay it forward to someone you know in one of those categories, go to pirates.com/fan appreciation. Complimentary tickets to those special groups. Moustakis on the hole. 0-2. There's an example there.
Yeah, another high slider and a very late swing.
Moustakis did not have a job. He was a free agent over the winter and finally signed a 1-year deal to come back to Kansas City in the middle of March. We'll see those Royals at PNC Park starting on Monday night. Line to right by Moustakis. Moose calls.
Another good offensive year. 25 homers, 87 RBIs.
38 homer season last year. An injury-plagued 2016 campaign. Moustakis will be a free agent once again after the year. Jonathan Scope, 26-year-old from Curacao, struck out his first time up. Archer's biggest challenges in this lineup because of the history and the success Scope has had against him. 6 homers and 37 at-bats against Archer. Jonathan Scope, who made the All-Star team for the first time last year with Baltimore, drove in 105 runs last season. The bat handle, the knob of the bat.
If a hitter reacts right away as if it hit him, they usually give him first base. When you don't react as if it hits you, it's a foul ball.
Waiting to see if they want to challenge. Archer saw it or heard it. Interesting to see Eric Thames there. Looked like he has a batted hand and is thinking about possibility of pinch hitting. And this late in the year, these games are so important to teams like the Brewers. Corbin Burns loosening in the bullpen for Milwaukee.
Yeah, it would be no surprise. Greg Counsell's not afraid to use his bullpen.
Another strikeout, 6 for Archer. Second time he's gotten Scope.
And Chris Archer's not afraid to throw that slider. I mean, he challenged Scope and pounded fastballs in there. And throws that nasty slider in Scope for the second time.
There's Burns. Curtis Granderson is back there. Another pickup veteran. Thames comes out on deck. Strike on Manny Pena, who doubled into right center in the second. Even though Gio Gonzalez has gone only 4 innings. If this inning continues, Greg Counsell looks as though he'll pull him in favor of Thames. Archer trying to retire Pena. Oh, and 2 outs. Pirates down a run. And he does get another strikeout. 7 through 4 innings. 3-2 Brewers. Rob, thank you. Max Scherzer giving up 6 runs in 4 innings. And John, did you say that Ronald Acuna Jr. has a single, double, triple?
Yeah, first 3 at bats.
How about that?
Something else.
Well, Elvis is here. Santa. And Cardinal fans.
Easter Bunny.
Rooting for the Pirates. Yeah, the Easter Bunny.
Cardinal fans.
You got it all. There we go. There's Archer. Picked up his first major league double at PNC Park his last start. Gonzalez gets the call, 6 Ks. We'll check out the lowdown and news and notes throughout the major leagues. Well, Pedro Strop going to miss the rest of the regular season. A right-handed reliever who had a hamstring injury after he tried to beat out a double play ball late yesterday, 10th inning for the Cubs. Yankees activate Aaron Judge. He's not going to have any plate appearances yet, coming back from that right wrist fracture. Aaron Boone said he'll use him as a defensive replacement if necessary, or pinch runner. Not ready to take any swings just yet. And the Yankees don't need him so far tonight, 9-0 over Toronto, as they try and hold off the A's for home field advantage in the wild card playoff. And how about Pablo Reyes cranking one to left and clear the deck? His first big league home run, a bullet to left. Pablo Reyes, he does swing that shillelagh. 3-3.
He just lets it go. Man, so impressive. A guy that really nobody has talked about. And all he did in Indianapolis was hit. And he's come to the big leagues and all he's done was hit. He gets up there and swings it.
Little Pablo Reyes, a big smile, at 8 home runs at AAA Indy. And he has 6 hits now in 14 major league at bats, and there's his first home run. And now Marte, the ground ball to deep short. Scope. Out call, but there's no way, at least from our vantage point, that that one hopper beat Marte. It would be a stunner if replay doesn't show Marte beat it. In fact, Marte a step past first. Yeah, they're going to replay it. This won't take long. And this will be another infield hit. We're talking about all the infield hits for Kane. This will give Marte 27, tying Kane for the National League lead in infield hits.
I tell you, that was a good effort from Scope, though.
Yeah, who's a second baseman.
Yeah, I mean, he got rid of that in a nice hard throw, but as you can see there.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo.
Boy, that's weird. I don't know how many times I've seen a runner running through first, looking at the first baseman.
Yeah, watching the first baseman. No decision yet. Marte certainly convinced he beat it. In fact, not only did he hear it, but he saw it.
Yeah.
Looking down, it's Marte. As John said, you don't see this too often. First of all, Marte's looking halfway down the line at the play, and then he looks the ball into Aguilar's glove. Play by Scope.
The more I look at the replay, the closer it gets.
Well, then the longer it takes, the closer it gets. First base umpire Nick Lentz on the headset, looking toward the camera, and with his back turned, and crew chief Brian Gorman communicating with the replay umpires in New York. Finally, he is out. Oh, wow. That is a stunner.
Once again, I mean, it looks to me like that foot got down just before it got into the pocket of the first baseman's man.
Pirates lose the challenge. Now Luplow. After Pablo Reyes tied it, his first major league home run. It's his fourth major league start. And already 6 hits in 14 at bats. Luplow tripled in a run in the third. Asking for an appeal. They finally get it, but no swing according to Trip Gibson. There's Pablo Reyes. And a walk. Here comes Cervelli. There's another look at the home run.
Look at how high that pitch is. I'm told the pitch was 3.5 feet off the ground. Boy, what a pretty swing that was. And he does. He just lets it go.
Pablo Reyes homers. That is going to be it for Gio Gonzalez after Gonzalez got Marte on the ground ball. A walk to Luplow. Greg Pounce going to make a double switch, looks like. Pirates have tied it. Short outing for Gio Gonzalez. As his pitching, find out where his love of music developed and the story behind him singing the national anthem earlier this season. Plus, always entertaining when Francisco Cervelli is at the plate, even when he doesn't get a hit. Those stories plus top plays debuting tomorrow night after Pirates postgame. Here's Cervelli to face Corbin Burns. The runner at first and 2 outs in the 5th. Orlando Arcia comes on in this double switch to play short. He'll bat in the 9th spot. That'll be due up first in the bottom half of this inning. Jonathan Scope out of the ball game.
Burns a 4-0 record, a 2.79 ERA, holding opponents to just a 2.04 batting average. Brewers have 6 relievers that throw 95 plus. And that doesn't include Josh Hader, who has the best fastball of them all.
Burns made his big league debut in July this year. Pirates have done a pretty good job against the Brewers bullpen. Pirates have hit .275 against them, and the Brewers relievers have a .584 ERA versus Pittsburgh. Runner goes from first, and the ball is in the dirt. And a check swing and no swing. So Jordan Luplow with a stolen base.
Two strikes, why not? Big jump. He must have heard from somebody to stay up. Didn't look in.
Final out of the top of the 5th inning, but little Pablo Reyes tied it 3-3.
Brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Our service centers are now open evenings and weekends. Visit barrelservice.com for more. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
Pablo Reyes trying to impress. So far he has. And the future for Pablo Reyes looks bright. Guy that kind of burst onto the scene this year. His home run is first in the major leagues, tying the game, the top of this 5th inning. So wipe the slate clean for Archer. See how he does against Orlando Arcia. Strike called. First at bat of the night for Arcia. Came on in the double switch to play short. Batting average of .215. Peeks down at right side and sees that Josh Bell is well off the line.
And typically with a right-handed pitcher, you're not going to push a bunt that way if that's what he's thinking. A little more difficult to get the bunt by the pitcher. Especially a guy like Archer who falls off on that right side.
It's the call. Arcia didn't think so. Archer with 7 strikeouts. Gave up 2 home runs in the first inning. Oh, shot off of Archer. He's kind of looking for the ball and at the same time grabbing his backside. An absolute bullet. Trainer out quickly. They got him right below the waist, and you see Cervelli looks like he might be even smiling. 100.5 miles per hour, that exit velocity. That was a shot,
and it got him clean. I mean, that ball stuck. Ooh. And it landed. It just dropped right next to him. No deflection. I mean, that hit him clean. And I mean, he was looking for the ball. It was right next to him.
You see, he kind of looked for it, and then Kane took over. Throw a couple of warm-ups to see if he can stay here in the ball game.
In some position, or some pitchers put themselves in a bad position after releasing the ball. You know, you'll see certain pitchers that are almost squared up to home, so they're in a great position for any kind of comebackers. Chris Archer, and we just talked about a couple pitches ago, really falls off on that first base side. And so he's not in a very good position to defend himself. I'm sure he'll have a nice bruise. I'm sure that would be sore for a while, but not bad enough to where he can't stay in the game.
Face Lorenzo Kane, who was 1 for 2. Happy birthday shout out to Michelle Myers. Pirate ties going back many years, heck, back to 1989. She was an intern for Patty Paytas, Patty Salerno now, Senior VP of Community and Public Affairs for the Pirates. But happy birthday wish to Michelle Myers. One ball, no strikes on Kane. 2-0. Count now. Clint Hurdle might be thinking about this next pitch is out of the zone. A call to the bullpen. In fact, I said something to Tom Prince's bench coach there. Taking all the way. Sure enough.
5 pitches in Chris Archer.
And he offered the pitch in the dirt, 3-2.
And he just guess hitting, just guessing that he was going to get a fastball there. Clearly offered.
Runner goes from first and a foul ball as Arcia took off on the 3-2 pitch. Craig Counsell led the Brewers to an 86-76 record last year. They weren't eliminated until the very end. In his 4th season as manager, grew up a short drive from right here in Milwaukee. Kane, meantime, was originally drafted by these Milwaukee Brewers, 17th round pick in 2004.
Was he part of the Greinke trade?
Yes. December of 2010, Kane, Jeremy Jeffress, Alcides Escobar, and Jake Odorizzi went to the Royals for Zach Greinke and Yuniesky Betancourt. And there's ball 4, 2 on, nobody out. First walk for Archer.
Pretty amazing as some of the guys that the Brewers had, you know, in their system and made their debut here or played here, and they've moved and become really good players, like Kane and Chris Davis, Gene Segura, and those guys are having a pretty good career. Chris Davis is like a big one. I mean,
3 straight years of 40 plus home runs,
something like that.
Steven Brault, the lefty, and the righty Richard Rodriguez. With 2 on and nobody out. Chris Archer will face Christian Yelich, who has homered. He struck him out in the 3rd.
Scooter Gennett.
Oh, yeah. Line toward left, Reyes back. Reyes makes the catch. Runner at second will tag. And he moves up, however, Kane does not. He's still at first. 1 away.
That ball was hit pretty well. Yelich does have power to go the opposite way. Just misses this. Arcia was halfway at first, recognized that Reyes was going to make the play, so hustled back, tagged, and easily beats the throw.
Well, ground ball can get Archer out of this. Jesus Aguilar's flight out twice to center. He has grounded into 16 double plays, most on the club.
thrown by Cervelli, letting his infielders know what the plans are if Kane was to take off.
And he does. And there will be no throw.
Surprised. I'm surprised they weren't throwing through there. I'd understand it if there was 2 outs, that maybe they would try to steal a run. But with just 1 out, I mean, you got catcher and Cervelli. It's done a great job of throwing the ball.
Tom Prince, bench coach, and calls for those plays. 0-2, infield in now.
That's protection mode. Way up and in. And the bat's still intact. Hard to believe that thing didn't shatter as far as that got in on him.
Trying to get a chase out of Aguilar, and he will chase, as evidenced. That pitch was up and in. But not on that pitch. 2-2. Archer has struck out 7 Brewers. Left-handed hitting Travis Shaw is on deck. We saw the lefty Brault loosening in the Pirates bullpen. And lifted to left. Plenty deep to give the Brewers the lead again. And Reyes toward third. Sacrifice fly for Aguilar. RBI number 98. 4-3 Milwaukee.
That's one heck of an at-bat. And he has to go down and get this breaking ball. Cervelli was setting up on the inside corner. It breaks down and out of the zone. And he just golfs it out there. And that's a dangerous play by Kane. Going to third. If he's tagged out before Arcia reaches home, that run doesn't count.
Now Shaw, who's homered and struck out.
Leaning out almost over the plate, and the pitch wasn't as far in, I think, as it looked.
Now they're going to walk him intentionally. And Hurdle orders the intentional walk. Braun will come up. Last time up, Braun lined to the warning track in center field. Ball one. All-time franchise leader in home runs, 317 in his career.
Well out of the zone there. Late too. Side swing, seeing how late he pulled the trigger.
And Shaw takes second. His third steal of the season. Two and two.
Even late on the hanging slider.
Braun this year against Pirates pitching. Talked about this with a few other Brewers. 25 at bats this season, and he spent a couple of weeks on the DL, a couple of different stints, but just 4 hits and 25 at bats against the Pirates.
160 average.
Two and two. 2 outs. And he got him looking. An eventful inning for Archer, who took that line drive off his backside from Arcia, and Arcia ended up scoring. And now it's 4-3 Milwaukee. Josh Bell leads off. Struck out both times against Gio Gonzalez. Chris Archer strikes out Ryan Braun, his 8th strikeout, but now trailing by a run. With Ray Searage. Rip to right, that's going to hook into the seats.
You said eventful inning. Boy, isn't it an eventful outing?
Yes.
For Chris Archer, a lot of pitches, a long first inning. The same in the fifth. Pretty good through the second, third, and fourth. Over 20 pitches per inning.
A roller off the shallow right. Shaw. Brings out Bell. Corbin Burns the last out of the fifth, and he begins the sixth inning, getting the ground ball. Long discussion there. Archer with Ray Searage. Jose Osuna starting at third base tonight. He's in the hole 0-2. Second career start at third. He's got 10 starts at first base this year. Hit his first big league home run against these Brewers. May the 7th last year.
That's a spiked fastball there at 97. Nowhere close. Two count, despite not throwing anything in the zone to Jose.
And lined into left field past the diving third baseman Moustakas. Jose Osuna on base for a second time tonight. Smokes a double past third.
Well, that time that pitch was in the zone. This was a hanger. He left that up and in, and Osuna all over it. Just past the diving Moose. Easy double.
Harrison now. So Jose Osuna limited opportunities this year. Jane struck out both times against Gio Gonzalez.
Good numbers with runners in scoring position. Hit every 3 at bats.
Hard towards center. Kane back. 2 outs. Mercer will come up. Nissan Road ahead. It's Ivan Nova against Zach Davies coming up tomorrow. Coverage starts at 6:30. The final game of the road trip is Sunday afternoon. Trevor Williams against Jolice Hassin. Coverage starts at 1:30 on Sunday. Mercer robbed of perhaps a home run, certainly extra bases in the second. Lorenzo Cain went up to the wall.
Yeah, he's due for a soft hit. Hit the ball hard in the right center. Hit the ball hard in the left. And 0 for 2.
Probability of 26%. Couple of strikes. To the right side and the pick by Shaw. So Cody Mercer can't buy a break here.
What a rough night.
Mikowski. Well, there's a lot of cool things around the ballpark here in Milwaukee, which is a great baseball city, and one of them pays tribute to the former commissioner of Major League Baseball. I'm talking about Bud Selig, who was the original owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm talking about the Selig experience. Now, the exhibit is located in left field in the corner of the ballpark. It tells the story of Selig's role in saving Major League Baseball in Milwaukee and his efforts to bring the Brewers to the city and also to promote and grow the game in his hometown. It's about 1,400 square feet and includes authentic artifacts from Selig's tenure as the Brewers owner. Multimedia show, it concludes with a 3D encounter with the commissioner himself and a reproduction of his county stadium office. Pretty cool. In his original office, fans could take a sneak peek of that as well. Now, Selig, Greg and John, you guys probably know this, brought the Seattle Pilots out of bankruptcy and took them to Milwaukee before he served for MLB's commissioner for 22 years. Nice tribute to the former boss of Major League Baseball, guys.
Yeah, great history here of baseball in Milwaukee. Robbie, of course, the Milwaukee Braves were here prior to those pilots moving. Milwaukee went down to Atlanta. As Mike Moustakas faces Steven Brault. Moustakas 1 for 2 against Chris Archer, who is on the hook. And a base hit for Moustakas.
This ball was hit 68 miles per hour. I wouldn't think there'd be much hit probability with that. They got in on him and just enough to get over Jordy Mercer.
And now pinch hitting for Corbin Burns, Domingo Santana. Base hit and extra bases. They put runners at second and third with nobody out. Domingo Santana smokes a double to left. A rude greeting here for Steven Brault.
This ball hit extremely hard. Down in the zone. Santana just drops the head of the bat to the ball. Short and quick.
The infield will come in. Not quite to the edge of the infield grass. The ball pops out of Cervelli's mitt.
Nobody out, you're not going to try to do anything crazy if you're on third base. Don't see that very often from Steven Brault. You know, he is aggressive with the fastball, falls behind 1-0, throws a changeup up there, and then 2-0, another changeup.
A pop-up, Luplow racing in. There's one big out.
I like the pitch too. After going soft, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, he comes in. Comes in hard with a fastball and ties him up. Gets the weak pop-up. Right on that inside.
95.
Hard, yeah, 95.
Brault, who pitched on Tuesday in St. Louis, came on in the 7th inning with 1 out and a man on. Greg Garcia, left-handed batter, was announced as a pinch hitter. And Clint Hurdle came on to bring in the lefty Brault, but then Mike Schild, the Cardinal manager, countered with Tyler O'Neill. He walked, and Matt Carpenter walked, and that was it for Brault. 2 batters, 2 walks. Pushes the bunt. That's a fair ball. And a bunt 2-run double for Arcia. And a 6-3 Brewers lead.
I don't know if I've ever seen that play before. Well, I guess I've seen the play. I don't think I've ever seen that result before. I mean, it's just a bullet. It's perfectly located. There's nothing to do about that. I mean, there's no way of defending that. You squared a bunt. He hits it right off the barrel and right over the first base bat. Actually looked like it hit off the top of the first base bat.
Heck of a play by Arcia. Kane on base a couple of times with a hit, a walk, a stolen base when Archer was out there. Now 1 out, 2 in against Brault. Michael Felice loosening now in the Pirates bullpen. And the runner breaks for third. No throw off of Cervelli's mitt. Steal for Arcia. Third stolen base of the game for the Brewers.
All 3 uncontested. A pretty good jump by Arcia. Another drop ball by Cervelli.
Bounce to the shortstop Mercer. Throws to the plate and the tag is applied for the second out.
Brewers going on contact. Mercer, easy throw to Cervelli. Arcia making it easy on the Pirates defense by just running into the tag. Ball beats him by a good bit.
Arcia gets congrats from Moustakas, who scored on the 2-run bunt double. Yelich. Drafted in the first round by the Marlins 8 years ago.
He hasn't looked good against the fastball.
Yelich walks. We'll bring up Jesus Aguilar. And that is going to be it. Clint Hurdle will bring on a righty to face the right-handed hitting Aguilar.
and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
2 on, 2 in, and a 3-run lead. Once again for the Brewers, here is Michael Felice pitching.
.621 for Felice, his ERA in 41 games.
Faced 2 batters on Tuesday in St. Louis. Struck out Harrison Bader, gave up a hit to Francisco Pena. That's when Clint Hurdle lifted Felice in favor of the lefty Brault. And now he goes with Felice against the right-handed hitting Aguilar. Who lifted that sacrifice fly to left last inning.
Aggressive, like it. Right at him, a couple fastballs.
Kane dancing off the bag. Marte races over toward the wall, and he gets there. Nice catch. Using that great speed. 6-3 Milwaukee. Entering conference play. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets coming to Heinz Field for an ACC Coastal matchup, which we'll have for you right here at AT&T Sportsnet. Join us at 12:30 tomorrow for Pitt and Georgia Tech. Here it is, 6-3 on the UPMC scoreboard in favor of the Milwaukee Brewers. Corey Knebel takes over.
Former closer who had his struggles, had 15 saves, taken out of that role. In fact, demoted. 2-3 record, a 4.34 ERA. What's amazing, look at the strikeouts per innings. 67 and 45 2/3. Batting average against just 206.
Adam Frazier will pinch hit for Felice. Hernan Perez enters the game at second base. Travis Shaw moves over to first. 1-2 strikes on the pinch hitter Frazier. Rips it to right. He just keeps hitting.
It's so much fun to watch him. 97, just turns it around like it's nothing.
Pinch hit single for Adam Frazier, and now it's time for Build for Baseball. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Pablo Reyes, last time up, in his first Major League home run. Lead off Gio Gonzalez. Quite a moment for Pablo Reyes. Signed as a non-drafted free agent by the Pirates in April 2012. Listed at 5'8", 170.
Certainly get a fastball here, you think. And Reyes is going to let it loose if it's in the zone.
A 3-0 count on Pablo Reyes. He's been on base all 3 times. Corey Knebel, former closer, on in relief. Corbin Burns went 1 1/3 scoreless.
Good look at that one, did Reyes. And he's going to gear up for another one. I look forward to seeing it fly.
Yes.
Let it go. See if he can get on there for Marte.
Reyes, 289 at AAA this year. Oh, concerned about Frazier over there. Popped them up. Perez, second baseman. Well, he pops up on the 3-1 pitch from Knebel for the first out, the first time he's been retired in this one. Knebel was sent down to the minor leagues to try and get right. Marte with just 2 hits and 16 at-bats on this road trip. Recalled on the 2nd of this month from AAA Colorado Springs. Spent time on the disabled list earlier this year with left hamstring injury, missed about a month.
Obviously throws hard and has a good hook. Does throw a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate. That might be part of the reason he's had some problems.
That's Marte. So he's hit by the pitch. He had that elbow sleeve on. Ben Potenziano, assistant trainer, checking on him.
Yeah, right off that elbow pad.
The oven mitt. That hand, protect that sliding hand. So first and second hit by the pitch on that elbow pad. Bring up Jordan Luplow, who tripled in a run in the third inning. Brought in Starling Marte. Pirates' first run, they were down 3-0 heading into that third. Pablo Reyes ended up tying the game in the fifth. But Chris Archer gave up that run in the bottom of the fifth, and they scored twice more off Brault in the bottom of the sixth. Frazier, a pinch hit single to start this seven. Bucks have been out hit 9-5, trail by 3. And the Brewers certainly watching the scoreboard. Cubs leading by a run at Wrigley over the Reds in the ninth. Cubs lead the Brewers by a game and a half in the Central. Cardinals trailing at home to the Dodgers 2-0 in the bottom of the eighth. Cardinals are 3 back in Milwaukee, looking to host a wild card game if that were to happen. Richard Rodriguez and Dovydas Navaraskis in the Pirates' pen. Couple of strikes on Luplow.
If he can keep the ball down there, he's going to be tough to hit. And he can locate 97 down and away. Try to protect. You know, he's got that big hook too.
Fastball up, still 0-2 on Jordan Luplow. Corey Knebel, 39 saves last year. Those 39 saves ranked tied for 4th most in all of baseball. Tomorrow, Ivan Nova for the Pirates.
One thing about the big hook too, you know, like the curveball. When you're throwing 97, you have a curveball you're throwing up there at 82. That's a big difference in terms of not only velocity but break. And you see Archer and all the swings and misses he gets at the hard slider. Same with like a Tyone. Yeah, if you don't throw that curveball in the strike zone like you did there, you're not going to get as many chases. This one here starts at the belt, breaks down and away right on the outside edge. And you'll see it run away from and down.
Agreeing with it. Marte hit by the pitch on the elbow. At least on the pad, protecting the elbow, thankfully. And Cervelli with a fly ball to right, sending Yelich back to the track. Pirates leave a couple. Trail by 3, head to the bottom of the 7th in Milwaukee.
Brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Now the Atlanta Braves are leading in their ball game 7-5. One of the surprise teams certainly in baseball, and the Brewers surprised some people last year when they finished 86 and 76, and now, as we said earlier, they are trying to overtake the Cubs. Adam Frazier stays in the game to play right. New pitcher Dovydas Neverauskas.
Even ERA, 19 innings of work, 20 strikeouts, 10 walks, 19th appearance.
Marte keeps checking that elbow. Shaw homered in the first off Chris Archer, who went 5, gave up 4 runs. He's on the hook. Shaw, then Braun, and Moustakas.
Neverauskas going to the off-speed stuff more and more often.
Chad Cole in the middle there sounded ominous when he shut down the other day trying to throw. So as he goes to seek another opinion, we had asked Neil Huntington a few weeks ago about possibility of Tommy John surgery. That still very much looms as a possibility. But Cole wanted to try and see if he could get through it without undergoing that ligament replacement surgery. Still knock on wood that he could avoid it, but he said he was shut down the other day trying to throw again. Toward left center, and it is Pablo Reyes. Enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets, enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Ryan Braun. Hitless in 3 trips to the plate. His bat. Bell. 2 down.
Good pitch there. Good location. Like a little cutter.
Nice head of hair there. Yes. Good flow. Take a picture of it. It's a Whitey Herzog lookalike, former Royals and Cardinals manager. Good call from the truck. Eric Dames on deck to pinch hit for Knebel.
He has an arm guard there.
That's yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah, I think Starling Marte is going to be looking into that.
Yeah.
Drive to right, he turned on it and he crushed it. Wow, an absolute bomb by Moustakas. Whoa. 7-3 Brewers. His 6th with Milwaukee, his 26th of the year.
You shouldn't be able to do that. When you got 2 strikes on a hitter, and you go upstairs at 98, you shouldn't be able to hit a ball that far. Look at the location, right where Cervelli wanted it. 98 up. Whoa. It's getting the bat head out.
Wow. And the Moose chance. As Thames bats.
He got a nice guard on his shin too, but that one's not long enough. He's gonna have to walk that off.
Mike Moustakas acquired from the Royals July 27th. It's his 3rd hit tonight.
Unhappy fans.
See the numbers for Thames on the year. Pena on deck. He has one of the 10 hits. Nebraska gets the strikeout, but Mike Moustakas gets the big homer, increasing the lead for the Brew Crew. A 4. As you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the hold true moment later in tonight's game. Mike Moustakas just hammered his 26th home run of the year, his 6th as a Brewer. Big crowd on hand, 39,482. At Miller Park.
Makes this team so dangerous. There's just so many guys in this lineup that could do that. Up and down the lineup, you have these guys that can go deep on just about any pitch. Former Pirate, Joakim Soria, pitching this top of the 8th inning. 57 appearances, 53 innings.
Bell struck out a couple of times against Gio Gonzalez, who did not go even 5 innings. To qualify for the W, they took the lead, did the Brewers, of Chris Archer in the bottom of the 5th. As Craig Counsell aggressively went to Corbin Burns, who is in line to pick up the win. We'll go to 5-0 as Counsell checks out the lineup card. Notre Dame grad, an 11th round pick of the Colorado Rockies back in 1992. One ball, 2 strikes on Josh Bell. Brewers looking for 6 outs here. Just gets a piece. on Nova and Pablo Reyes. Soria acquired from the White Sox. And that's a fair ball for Bell, so he'll extend that hitting streak. Braun had thoughts of trying to throw out Bell. Whiffed on that double.
Yeah, he got a nice little deflection. That ball came out. The wall down that left field line and came out towards Ryan Braun. Josh Bell, though, was running hard all the way. You see that ball slicing well fair. Let that cement come out. Braun, I don't think he had a shot, but tried to bare hand and throw out Bell.
Jose Osuna has walked, bounced out, and doubled. Leadoff double for Bell. He's now got a 6-game hitting streak. Cubs beat the Reds 3-2.
That was 2-0 for till the 7th, right?
Mm-hmm. Scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ian Happ, his 15th home run of the year with 2 men up on. Brewers and Cubs meet. Strikeout. Another look.
I thought maybe that ball was in the dirt, but gloved cleanly.
The Brewers and Cubs met at Wrigley, and Milwaukee took 2 of 3 earlier in the week. Josh Harrison struck out twice against the starter Gonzalez and hit a ball to the warning track in center field against Corbin Burns. And he offered.
I'm with Josh. I don't think he offered it that. I think that's far enough. It's at least worthy of an appeal. The home plate umpire doesn't need to make that call.
That's hit hard toward right center field, sending Yelich back. And Josh Harrison hits it right off the base of the wall for an RBI double to make it 7-4.
That's showing some pretty good pop right there. Pitch down and away. Actually got more plate than I had thought. But man, that thing took off.
Here's the man who is owed a hit tonight, Jordy Mercer. For 3. Could very well be 3 for 3. Better luck.
Yeah, with a homer, double, and a single, he could be going for the cycle.
Yeah. No swing. 2-0. Down 3, and Lorenzo Cain robbed the shortstop Jordy Mercer earlier of extra bases, perhaps a home run. And this will be a routine play for Cain, or Yelich calls off Cain. 2 outs. Mercer heads back to the dugout 0 for 4. Joakim Soria, whose earned run average is over 5 since joining the Brewers. Here's Santana. And with a lefty loosening in the bullpen for Milwaukee, Xavier Cedeno. Greg Counsell going to lift Soria. Lefty will face Frazier. Zach Davies, 6:30 Pirates pregame is presented by WB Mason. (7-4) Brewers. And here is Xavier Cedeno.
Pretty good numbers there. 2-0, 2.45 ERA. Opponents hit just 196, a little more than a strikeout per inning. One long ball.
Picked up from the White Sox the end of August. One of 3 relievers, including Soria and Jordan Lyles, acquired this summer by the Brewers. They have made a bunch of changes. Transactions, I should say. Gio Gonzalez, the starter, is not terribly effective. 4 2/3, 3 runs, 4 walks. But this Brewers offense, with 7 runs, 10 hits. Second at bat for Frazier. Did not start against the lefty Gonzalez.
How about there's 5 guys on their bench that were like regulars last year on this team? Arcia,
Yes.
James, Perez, Santana, and for a while Broxton.
Frazier's hitting .280 against lefties with the Pirates this season. Keon Broxton there. Domingo Santana. Arcia. Adam Frazier will be a starter somewhere in 2019. It's a bit of a surprise that he's not in the lineup, starting lineup tonight, even with, as we said, the lefty. He's pretty consistent. And a happy Brewers fan. Souvenir. Hit hard and picked.
That's a nice play
by Perez. Pirates get 1, but they trail by 3, 7-4 Brewers. It is 7-4 Brewers, first of 3 here, and the first of 6 games between these two clubs over the next 9 days, 9 games anyway. Manny Pena leads off against Edgar Santana. And always is cause for at the very least suspicion when you throw behind a batter, and Pena can't figure out what that's all about. Anything to do with Marte?
Not an off-speed pitch. That's 94.
A little doubt about that intention. Then Craig Counsell wants to ask Nick Lentz about that. If the umpire doesn't have to issue any warnings, he can throw out a eject the pitcher right away if he thinks he's throwing intentionally at a batter. Brewers had an issue with Madison Bumgarner a few days ago. He and Ryan Braun in a dust-up. Hit hard, but there's Harrison.
Pretty identical plays. The last two batters, Frazier hit one hard. Fancy footwork by the Brewers' second baseman. And the one hopper, Jay Hay handled cleanly. Reversing a bit, a step or two to get himself in a position to get a good hop.
Ball one on Arcia. Came out to play short to double switch in the 5th inning. He lined a ball that hit off of Chris Archer's backside and scored the go-ahead run in the 5th, and then his bunt double drove in 2 runs in the 6th inning. He pushed the bunt. The lefty brawled on the mound just over the first base bag, and that scored a pair. Arcia's huge part of this Brewers game, even though he didn't start.
And it'd be interesting to hear his comments as to whether he noticed Josh Bell playing way off the line and if he tried to bunt it down the first baseline.
Mercer not able to hang on. Well, Arcia is 3 for 3.
That's a pretty good game coming off the bench. Goes down and gets this pitch. Able to smoke it off of Mercer's glove.
On base a couple of times. Another hard hit ball. Foul.
Oh, he's sitting dead red fastballs. He's trying to turn and burn.
Jeremy Jeffers, Jacob Barnes. And now it's a save opportunity for Jeffers. But if the Brewers score 1 or 2 more, Craig Counsell can rest his closer. Pirates will have the top of their batting order due up. Yelich who homered in that first inning after the Kane base hit. Mercer, yes. 1, 2. Double play. Last shot for the Pirates. Down 3, heading to the 9th. Or at least 3 to tie it, and you score as the Bucks score. The promotion this weekend, $4 off tickets for Fan Appreciation Week that starts on Monday. 3 games with the Royals and then 3 with these Milwaukee Brewers. You score $1 off tickets to any game during Fan Appreciation Week, and right now total is 4. We'll keep adding it up. This 9th inning, and the next 2 games. Tickets go on sale Monday starting at 10 a.m. at pirates.com/uscore. Jeremy Jeffers in a save situation.
Look at that, 8 wins out of the bullpen, an ERA at just 139, but he has blown 5 saves. And very tough to hit, obviously. Looking for his 12th save.
Pablo Reyes. 2 hits. Walk, a home run, his first in the major leagues. Just his 4th start in the bigs.
I know we talked about this last time we were here. Jeffers has given up 12 runs, 11 earned all year long, and has blown 5 saves.
Oh, amazing. It really is.
68 appearances.
Oh, Reyes almost offered.
He's offered so late, almost. And yeah, he held it back there.
One away.
Another breaking ball and trying to protect.
Marte was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning, on that left elbow pad, and perhaps Edgar Santana protecting his hitter. Threw a pitch behind Manny Pena moments ago. Santana.
That whole situation, I mean, obviously he sent a message throwing it behind him. I mean, it was a couple of innings later. What was interesting is it was against the catcher. Usually nowadays they pick out the best player.
Yeah.
Probably the worst hitter in the lineup.
Yes.
I thought was interesting.
Right. Two outs. Colin Moran going to pinch hit. Jeffers 1 out away from his 12th save, and the Brewers keep pace with the Cubs, stay within a game and a half of the division leaders. Moran pinch hitting for Luplo. No, correction. It's pinch hitting for Edgar Santana. Luplo was lifted with double switch. Luplo, one of the RBIs, one of the hits for the Pirates. And Moran against Jeffers.
There's times that Jeffers comes out and there's a bunch of sliders, being a little more aggressive with his fastball. Looks a little meaner than I remember. Got a nice scowl on his face. I don't remember that in the past. Good pitch.
Cervelli hoping to get a shot. And life. Pinch hit walk. This goes Cervelli now. Tries to reach to give Bell a chance. Will give Moran second base. Defensive indifference.
They're going to go out. I'm guessing that they hadn't discussed which signs to use with the runner on second base. So.
Again, the Cubs beat the Reds 3-2. The Dodgers defeated the Cardinals 3-0. Brewers would go 4 up on the Cardinals for the top wild card spot and stay within a game and a half of the Cubs in the Central. Cardinals fall 5.5 back in the division. And the Brewers win it. Christian Yelich, a 2-run homer. They scored 3 in the first off Chris Archer. Mike Moustakas had 3 hits. He homered in the 7th. A 3-homer night. Jeffers earns his 12th save. And the Brewers win the first of 3. And they do indeed keep pace with the Cubs.
It definitely wasn't a pretty game. It was a bit sloppy on both sides, but again, you got to pitch to keep this Brewers club from hitting balls out of the ballpark and crooked numbers and et cetera, et cetera. They're very talented offense, and they got enough today.
And with this win, we'll go back to Rob and Michael.